Hey, what's up? Hi, what's going on? It's me, your favorite person. Yeah, your best buddy. Yeah, it's Granny. Granny Denise. Right here in good old Tennessee. So, I hope you're all doing well today. And see, what is today? Today is Thursday, 9/25/2025. So, yes, I got a video I need to edit when I get done with this. Because I forgot I had made it. I just came across, I was deleting, clearing out the, uh, stuff I didn't need to keep on in the file. So I was, deleting those that have already been uploaded and stuff. And I come across one and I go, I don't think I've edited this and uploaded it yet. And so I had to go, to my studio and check and see what I had uploaded. And I was right. I haven't, I haven't sent it off yet. So that's what I got to do next. Work on next. I hope I don't have no trouble. I mean, sometimes that editor, it's Kendi Live, uh, and the other one is Movie Maker. Now, I can operate Kendi Live better because I know, it's simple, but and because I don't do extravagant editing, it just takes me too long and everything. So I just try to stick with the basics. But I like to add I like to add stuff that like you know split the split it and throw in some pictures or throw in something that what I'm talking about if I have pictures and pertaining to you know the video. And I know how to do it in one, but not in the other one. I can't get it. In the other one, when I split it and then I move it back, it goes right back, and I keep anyway. And I tend when I mess around with stuff when I don't know what I'm doing, I tend to screw everything up and have to start over, and you know that's just the way it is. Okay, let's see. They think it's gonna rain again, but I already washed the blanket, and it's all clean and soft and smells good. Yeah. Uh, so what was I gonna talk about today? I don't know. I don't think I had any topics picked out. I just thought, I'd start talking, and maybe something would come to me. uh, that's not very good planning, is it? No, it's not. So, I don't know. I don't know what I want to. Oh, I know what it is. It's something I've been thinking about for the last, couple of days, and it's about time travel, and you know how you can time travel in your mind, in your memories. And there's a lot of memories that I had lost for a long time after I had that uh, mini stroke. And I mean, when that first happened, I mean, I couldn't remember nothing. I mean, I had no memories for a while, and I mean, I couldn't even remember from minute to minute what I'd done a minute ago. I mean, it was it for a while there it was kind of scary. But in a way, it was like if you had any bad memories, well, those are gone too. So it forced me to just like live in the moment because there wasn't no, past. And, and the way my brain was at the time, there wasn't no thoughts about future either. It was just, what am I doing right now? And so it was good practice for, being in the moment. Okay, so what I was going to say, remember when, you were young? I remember when I was young, you know, I was just thinking about this recently, and I don't know why. I think it's because some sewing I need to do, and I keep putting it off. And, uh, but anyway, when, uh, see, I developed like, early. Like I started wearing, a bra in like the fourth grade, and then uh, puberty hit me, in the sixth grade, when my hormones turned me into a young lady. And but anyway, in I my mom always, I always had to like do chores, and I always had to help out, around the house. I mean, I had three older brothers and a younger sister, and I was like at that age where I could be trained and I could be helpful. So anyway, she at a pretty young age. I mean, I was washing dishes and cleaning the living room and dusting and shaking rugs and sweeping and mopping and hanging out laundry and whatever needed to be done. And then sometimes even cooking was involved. Now I like to cook it, and mom, I'd watch mom cook, so I kind of, you know, I guess got that from her and some of her recipes and the way she did stuff like that. But she was also like to sew, and she would sometimes make our clothes. And I mean, when I was young and in school, sometimes it was embarrassing because I would have to wear these homemade dresses and stuff. And my mom was old fashioned, and some of my clothes looked old fashioned compared to what the new fashions that my friends were wearing. But anyway, it reminded me of that, and then in the sixth grade, that's I think that was the first year, you could select what kind of classes you want. I mean, you had your basics that you had to take, and then you had a few that was, you could take, some other kind of class. And I always chose home economics. And we had a really cool home economics teacher, and we did cooking classes. I remember one time one of the assignments was you had to bake a lot of cookies. I had to make like 12 different kinds of cookies. Yeah, it took a while. And then, you'd have to take a sample of it into class, so like every week I was baking, a couple different types of cookies, from peanut butter to chocolate chip to macaroons. I mean, just sugar cookies, just, Christmas cookies, all different kinds. So, but anyway, then there was then like the next semester we would do something else. We'd move from cooking over to like sewing. And I remember the first thing we were supposed to make. Everybody had to make it. we had these sewing machine in classes, and I had a sewing. My mom had a sewing machine at home too, so I could do sewing there. But we had to make an apron. Was the first thing. Did any of you all have that? When you were in school, because we're kind of in the same age range, and uh, may have had the same kind of experiences, in your schools. And but I went to school in I was going bleep bleep bleep. But anyway, I probably shouldn't have told that. Somebody can look you up and put that in there. But anyway, um, so then we advanced. Then we had to go to the next step, and then we had to make a dress. Well, back then, remember the umpire dresses? Where it went to right here. Well, the styles that were kind of in then was the umpire dress and um, the A line. So anyway, I made an empire dress, and it turned out really nice. And then I made an A line dress that turned out really nice. And then I made a jacket uh, that like a dressy jacket. It was striped, and it was had buttons on the front. You could wear it with a skirt, and but it turned out really really nice. I got straight A's in home ec class, and so whether it was cooking or sewing or uh, but whatever it was, and I took that class, I think, for a couple of years, and then I always took as another alternate class. I always took art, and so yeah, I loved art class too. So it was fun. They had wood shopping, and they had automotive. Those were for the guys. So, but I never took none of those classes because I wasn't interested in those. And but yeah, I loved science class, and I generally just really like going to school, and I liked history class, and I pretty much made straight A's except for occasional like B minus, uh, B plus, you know. But but I usually got good grades. I was good at taking tests. I was good at guessing too on tests. Sometimes if you didn't quite sure about an answer, you could like just which one sounds the closest to the answer, that you can remember. Yeah, I think it's this one. And sometimes the questions were tricky, you know, but a lot of times it was guessable, except math. Like, well, one time I was the only one in class because I never was great at math. I mean, it was like, C plus, you know. But because I would usually miss a few for some reason on a test. But one time I had been sick for a couple of days. I'd had the flu or something, and I was, so I'd missed. It was like on the weekend, and then there was a couple of days, school days, that I missed, and then when I went back to school, and but I still wasn't feeling good, and we were having a test, a big math test, and so I fell asleep in class that day. It wasn't test day, but it was preparing for the test. And I laid down, my head down, I wasn't feeling good, and I fell asleep through the whole class. And and then so the next day, I think it was the next day, we had the test. And believe it or not, I was the only one who passed. I got 100%. I got an A on it. Everybody else failed it. Everybody else had to retake the test, but me. And that's because I slept through class and I must have heard everything she was saying. And it just sunk into my subconscious or something. But the teacher laughed and she said, from now on, Denise can sleep anytime she wants in this class. Yeah, yeah, that was amazing how I passed that test because that was not a usual thing for me. But yeah, that's what happened. So that was that this little video. I'm going to name it the top time travel. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. Those are good times at school, and the music that we, had back then in our days. Us baby boomers. Back in the late '50s, the '60s, and then on even after school. The '70s and '80s. It was pretty good music we had to boogie by. Boogie woogie woogie. Yeah, those were fun times. The music was awesome. Yeah, we had pretty good music. That was also back during the time of Vietnam. All three of my brothers had been in. No, two of them was in Vietnam, and the other one he gotten sent to Germany. He lucked out, but boy, they had a rough time in that Vietnam War. It really, messed with them. So, but anyway, I was happy that you know when it was over because I don't like war. War is not a good thing. Nobody really wins in war. No kind of war. I'm a peace lover. I'm a flower child. Okay, I guess this time traveling is over, and I'll let you go and talk to you again on the turntable of the record player. Remember those? Remember the albums? Vinyl albums and record players and all that stuff. We don't have that kind of stuff anymore. Everything's digital. So I don't even own that record player anymore. I used to have a nice stereo set and record albums and when you move around a lot, especially when you make a long distance maybe, and you have to just get rid of stuff and you can't take it all with you. So I don't have none of that kind of stuff anymore. Oh, I forgot my stupid microphone again. Maybe you was able to pick it up. I don't know. Maybe I'm close enough. You can hear it either that or turn up the volume. Oh, oh well. I can't think of everything all the time. Okay. Take care. Uh, have we got a weekend coming up. Have a good rest of the week and a good weekend. And it's very kind of gray out. It's getting ready to rain. And I'm gonna put some pictures of the meal that I ended up having and coleslaw and or no, that's on another video. Yeah, that's gonna go on this one. Yeah, because that's what I had yesterday. Yeah. Okay, take care. Love you. Come back and see me again. Don't forget to, if you just clicked on this video and watch, don't forget to subscribe. You know, it's free. I've been stuck for a few days. I haven't got any new subscriber. I used to like get like maybe one a day, and I'm not even doing that right now. I mean, it's kind of sad. Nothing's happening. Love you. Take care. Thumbs up. Bye bye. Don't forget to comment. Subscribe and like. Thank you. Thanks for watching.